and new video. So in today's video we are going to deploy the Django web app into PythonAnywhere. So you can see I have this GitHub repo which has an e-commerce store which have a requirement.txt file, many.py. It also have this proc file, but we don't need these proc files, and we also don't need this requirements.txt because we are going to deploy it on PythonAnywhere, so we don't need this. So if you have this proc file and runtime, you can simply delete it. I am also going to delete this proc file. I'm sorry. Alright, sorry. Actually, I need to log in from my main account, and then I will delete this proc file. So just give me a second. I will meet you after deleting this proc file and runtime file. Alright, so I delete this proc file and also this runtime.txt file. Basically, in this video we are going to use MySQL database. So technically we also don't need this db.sql3, but no, I am not going to delete it. You can delete it later, but the main thing, we are going to connect it with MySQL database. So that's why in the requirement.txt I have installed the library which we required for connecting SQL, and this is my SQL client. So I already add this SQL client into my requirements.txt. So you can see this is our MySQL client. This library we are going to use in production for connecting MySQL database with our Django web app. So let's start the video. First of all, you can log in to your PythonAnywhere dashboard. I am on this premium variant, in paid variant. So that's why I am going to connect custom domain with our project. But if you are in the free variant of PythonAnywhere, then you can't able to connect your custom domain. You need to use subdomain of PythonAnywhere. But in this video we have premium plan for this PythonAnywhere, so that's why I'm going to use and connect it with my custom domain. So let's start the video. First of all, I will type ls. I am in the by default directory of my terminal. First of all, we need to create virtual environment, and before creating virtual environment, there is one requirement that the Python variant which is available for creating our virtual environment is 3.10, 3.9 and 3.8 and so on. We have no any Python variant greater than 3.10, so that's why in this video I am going to use Python variant 3.10 for creating virtual environment. So for this I am going to simply use mk virtual env command, and I also have to write my virtual environment name. So in my case I will give the virtual environment name is Wasim and hit enter. It will be automatically create my virtual environment. You have to follow the same step for creating virtual environment in your console in PythonAnywhere. So just wait, and you can see my virtual environment is created, and it also activate. Here you can see my virtual environment is activate. Now the second thing I have to do is clone my GitHub repo here. So here I need to copy my repo link. This is an full e-commerce store, but after this video I will make this repo private, so you can't able to use this private repo. So but now it's public. I'm going to use this, copy this git link, and here I have to type command git clone, and I have to paste my GitHub link and hit enter. It will be start cloning my repository. So wait and watch until it clone my repository completely. After this we will move on next step. So it's done, our repo is cloned. Now if I type ls, you can see first we have only readme.txt file, but now we have one more folder by the name of Wasim International Ecom. so it's good. Now I'm going to zoom in this terminal, and now if I type ls, now I have to redirect into my Wasim International ecom folder. So I'm going to use command cd Wasim International ecom. Now you can see I'm into my main project directory. So first of all I will type clear command, and now if I type ls, you can see my all files and apps are displayed here clearly, where I have my requirements.txt file. Now first thing we need to do is install these necessary libraries into our this virtual environment. So my virtual environment is already activated. Now I have to install requirements. So for this I will use command pip install -r requirements.txt and hit enter. It will be automatically install all the necessary libraries for our project. So wait and watch until my libraries installed completely. So just wait and watch. Alright, so it's take almost 3 to 4 minutes for installing all this library completely. So it's done. Now first of all I am going to clear my terminal, and after that I am going to run the command collect static for making a static file. So for this I am going to use python-many.py collect static, and this collect static command will be only work if you add a static root in your settings.py. So make sure in your settings.py you set the configuration for static root. In my case I already set, so I am just going to simple python-many.py collect static and yes, and hit enter. I hope it will be create my static file, and you can see it create our static files folder. Now it's done. Now I have to open my dashboard. So here from I am just going to open a new tab with my dashboard, and let's see what we have to do next. So our basically our console terminal settings are done. I don't think so we need to change anything from here. Now I have to open my web tab. So here you can see there is web. Simply click here, and after opening this page you will be redirect on this page. Here I have to click on this add new web app. Now if you are on free variant, you will be see only one option with this subdomain, but in my case I have purchased the premium variant, paid variant, so I want to use my own domain. So our domain is wasimint.com. so I am just simply going to paste my domain, which is wasimint.com, and hit next button. And after that they are saying select Python web framework. I know we are using Django, but I did not directly use this Django. Instead of this I will use this manual configuration, because this manual configuration allow us to customize everything according to our needs. So I am going to prefer it with manual configuration. I know we are deploying Django web app, but we will use manual configuration. So I am selected manual configuration. Now you have to select Python variant. So this virtual environment we created, the Python variant of this is Python 3.10. If I type Python, you can see this is 3.10.5. so here I also have to select Python 3.10, and yes, we want manual configuration. Hit next. It will be created our web app. So now it's done. Our web app is created successfully. Now we need to do some basic configurations with all the necessary settings. So first of all we have to point our domain with this CNAME record. So I am just going to copy this CNAME record, and now I have to go my domain provider. So because first of all I want to connect this domain, this custom domain, with my PythonAnywhere. So for this I need to add this CNAME record into my domain platform, where I into my hostinger. So I am just going to copy this CNAME record. Now I am into my domain. I am in my hostinger where we purchase the domain. So here you can see in left side, this is domain name, DNS name server. So I have to go there, and after that we need to add one more CNAME record. So for adding the new CNAME record, I will go here, and first of all here I have to select CNAME. The name will be @ and target. In target I have to paste this and TTL will be remain this by default. And here simply if I click add record, it will be added my DNS record successfully. All right. Alright, now you can see after adding this my custom domain is connected, and you can see this is by default page of PythonAnywhere. So it's mean our custom domain is connected successfully. What we will do, simply we copy this CNAME record and add this CNAME record into our name servers, which type will be CNAME and its name will be @ and point. In point2 section you have to add your CNAME values, and this will be by default, and simply click add record. If you are using any else main provider like Namecheap, in Namecheap there is also same process. You have to add CNAME record with a @ and you have to add value with your CNAME value, and simply hit add record. It will be automatically add, so you don't need to worry this. So our hostinger work is done. I am closing it, and you can see our cmin.com is also working with PythonAnywhere by default page, but don't worry, we will set up it. And here you can see if I click on still you can see it's showing us message we are unable to find CNAME of your domain, but I know we added it here. So if I reload this page, I hope after reloading this error message will be gone, and hit this reload button, and I hope so this error message will be gone, because here we are seeing our custom PythonAnywhere page. It's mean our configuration of it's done. But see, when I reload this it's show us one warning message, but don't worry, it will automatically fix this later, so we just need to wait. So now I have to move on my next step. So our next step is setting our web apps. So first of all, here we have okay, so here first of all we have to add our virtual env. So in my case I make a virtual environment by the name of Wasim. Here in virtual environment you have to add the name of your virtual environment. So in my case my virtual environment name is Wasim, but if you have any else name you can add it here. So I am simply click enter, and you can see it automatically add my virtual environment by the name of Wasim. So our virtual environment configuration is done. After that we need to configure our WSGI configuration. This is our main configuration file. So you can see in code here you can see WSGI configuration file. So I am just simply click here, it will be open my WSGI file. So in this WSGI file we need to edit it according to our web app. So you can see there is lot of code, but we don't need this all code. So you can see if you scroll this like this is our WSGI file. If you scroll it here you can see this code is for Django. You can see this is written Django, and this code is for Django. And if you are deploying your Flask app, then you can see this code is for WSGI configuration for Flask, but we don't we need this Django. So I am going to remove this remaining all code, and this is Django, and instead of this Django I will remove all other code. So I have only this Django code, and I know this is comment. Now I have to uncomment it. First of all I am going to uncomment these import libraries. After that I am going to uncomment this path and these conditions, and this one also, this one and this one. So this is our main WSGI file configuration which we need. So first of all we have to add path. So here they are asking for your path, for the path of my website. So in console if I type ls okay, sorry, yeah, I think we are in terminal, Python terminal. I am simply use Control D. Okay, now I am in my main terminal. If I type ls, you can see I am in my root directory where my many.py file is exist. But if I type pwd, hit enter, it will be give us directory like home / this is my username, and / this is our main project folder name. Now we have to copy this our main folder name where our root files are exist. So our I am in my root directory. Like if I again show you ls, this is our many.py file, and where your many.py file exists, it will be your root directory. So in root directory I am going to use type pwd, hit enter. Now it will be show this is home. I am in my home, and this is my username, and this is my folder. Folder name is Wasim minus international minus ecom. So I'm just going to copy this, control C, and here I have to path my in path, you can see this is path. In path I have to pass here my site, my folder name. So just remove this my site, wait, I will zoom it. So here you can see this is a variable by the name of path. So this path is same /home /Muhammad Wasim. Like you can see it's written here /home /Muhammad Wasim. It's same, but here instead of this my site we need to add our folder name, which is sorry, not this one. We need to pass this Wasim International. So I'm going to copy it, and here I'm just paste it home /Wasim minus international minus ecom. So this is my main folder name. In this folder our main root file exists. Now if I again type ls, you can see when I type ls, our all files are displaying here, like my apps, my media folder, my static files, my many.py. So overall everything is working. So if I type clear command for just cleaning my terminal, so this is our path configuration. After that, here we need to add in my site.setting, we need to add second thing is this. Here we need to add our project name. So you can see in Wasim International, if I type ls, and it will be my project name. My project name is ecom. Like if you are working with your own project, you know better what is the name of your project, but in my case the project name is ecom. Like if I use cd ecom, and if I know I am in my ecom folder. Now if I type ls, you can see there settings.py is exist. Now it's mean this is my main project folder name is ecom. So in my case my project name is ecom. So here instead of this my setting, I need to add my project name, which is ecom. So I'm simply type ecom.settings because it wants settings.py. So my settings.py is in ecom, it has settings.py. So simply I add ecom.setting, and our basic WSGI configuration file is done. Now I have to simply click on the save button, it will be automatically save it, and after that we need to reload, but wait, we will reload it later. I am again zooming it, and again I am clicking on the save button. You can see now our WSG file is saved, but still we need to change a lot of things here. Still I want to configure my env file here. So for the configuration of our custom.env file, we need to add one more line here. So I will add it later, but for now our configuration is done. Now again I am going to my dashboard. So I am opening a new tab with my dashboard page, and now you can see in all web app we have no one app by the name of wasimint.com which we created. So now after coming on this web page, our WSG configuration is done. Our virtual environment I added. Now we need to add our static files and our media files, because I want to work with my static files and media files also. So here in terminal, if I type ls, I'm into my setting.py, I want to go back, so I will use cd dot dot, and now if I type clear, and then again if I type ls, you can see I have these all files and folder here. So from here I want to serve my static files. So for static files, this is my folder where my all static files are saved, and I also want to serve my media files. So my media files are exist in this media folder. So now I want to configure both of these here. So first of all I need to configure my static file. So I am going to simple type here URL. Now first of all we need to add URL. So my static URL is simple static. So if you want to know what is your static file URL, for this you can simply go here and here file. Simply I am going to open this file tab into new tab. So here you can see this is your Wasim International Ecom, your main project folder, and if I open this, here I have all these folders. So from here if I open my project. So my project name is ecom. I am going to open this ecom folder, and here I have this settings.py, and if I open this settings.py, our settings.py open, you can simply scroll down, and here you can see this is your static URL. Like if I zoom in, I hope you can see this. So you can see this is my static URL. So my static URL is this. So I'm just going to simply copy this static URL, and I have to zoom out because I don't like too much zoom. So here in static URL you have to pass it. So in URL, this is our static URL. Now we have to give our static path. Sorry, first of all add the static URL and hit this tick button. So our static URL is add. Now here in directory we need to pass our static directory path. So we have to give this static files location. So for this I am simply going to type pwd, hit enter. You can see this will be our path. I am just going to copy, and here actually here. So first of all I need to path my pass here. So I just simply pass it. You can see first of all is /home/ my username / our folder name, and / after that I need to pass my static file. So my static file folder name is where it's gone. Okay, so this is static, but we need static files. Actually this zoom in is not too good. Okay, so this is our static file. I'm just going to copy this folder name, and after that like after this seam international / I will paste my sorry, I just need this static files, this control X. Okay, so here after that I need to paste my folder name. Like in the same international / we have static files. So our static files path configuration is done, which is /home/ our username / my folder name / my static files folder. So our static file configuration is done. Now we need to add our media file configuration. So if you are working with media files, then you need to set up your media files as well also. So this is my media URL. I am just going to simply copy this my media URL, and note we are not going to use this setting. You can see, you will see this my Amazon S3 bucket settings, but we are not going to use this AWS bucket settings. So I will remove it. You don't need to worry about this. Simply focus on this is my media URL. First of all I have to copy my media URL. So this is media URL, control C copy. In here I have to first of all add my path. This is my media URL path, hit enter. It will be add my media folder path. Now I have to add my media folder path. So my media folder path will be same like this. So if I click copy, paste, but instead of this static files folder we need to pass our media folder. So in my case my media folder name is media, like which serve our media files. You can see this is media. So here I'm just simply going to paste my folder name, which is media, and remove these additional spaces, and here after this my folder name I will add media. So it will be automatically understand that the folder in which my media files are exist is by the name of media. Hit enter. Now my path is added successfully. So our static files configuration is done, our media file configuration is done, and also our virtual environment and our WSG configuration is done. After that we need to add SSL certificate. You can see by default it is showing us not secure, but I want to add my SSL certificate. So here first of all you need to this security. Here is you will see HTTP certificate. Simply click on this, and I want auto renewed let's encrypt certificate. Simply click save. It will automatically add our SSL certificate. So just wait. Okay, so my SSL certificate from the let's encrypt is included. Now here I also want to enable HTTPS force H. So simply I need to enable this functionality. Now it will be force redirect to HTTPS. When user come to my site, it will be automatically force redirect him to on this HTTPS instead of HTTP. So our configuration is done. Now I need to simply click on this reload. So when I click on this reload, it takes some time, and when this reloading is complete, and our setting will be start working. But still we need a lot of changes here, like adding our custom env files, and also handling our uh, MySQL database. So when I hit reload, and now if I come to my website and hit this reload button, let's see our website start working or not. So just wait, and now you can see our website is start working now. But this is using SQLite database by default, but we don't want the SQLite website database. So I want to add my custom MySQL, which we will be add. But now if I hit enter, you can see our SSL certificate is also working. If I click this, you can see connection is secure, and your connection is secure, and our website working successfully. Our static files are working, our media files are also working. Now if I go to my settings.py, I configure some envs. Alright, so now I want to set up my .env file here, because you guys know here I directly pass my secret key, then debug equal to true. But if you know, in comments I add the secret equal to os.environ.get secret key. So basically know what I want to do. I want to use env file for getting my secret keys, and also for getting my these email you see. Here I pass my host password directly, but I don't want to pass it directly. I want to pass it through my env file. So now let's set up this. But setting up this, I am going to using a library called python.env. So python.env, I am going to use this library for implementing this functionality into my code. So first of all, I am going to copy this command, and in my console where my virtual environment is activated, I am just going to paste this command and hit enter. It will automatically install my library, which is .env. So after that, in my settings.py, I need to do imports. So as they mention here, we need to from .env import load .env. So I am going to doing this same process. First of all, I will make from .env import load .env. After that, we need to simple pass it here, this one. So my .env file will be loaded. But I know still I did not create any .env file. But first I will set up this, and after that I will definitely make my own .env file. So now as you know, here I already passed like os.environ.get. so okay, so as you know, here I already add a comment with my secret key. So I'm going to remove this, and in this secret key I will uncomment this, and now in my env.py I will create a env variable by the name of this secret key. So it will be pass my secret key, and I am in production, so my debug mode will be false. And here I need to add this domain, so I am going to remove this Heroku domain. As I mentioned earlier, first this website was deployed on Heroku, but now we are going to migrate it from Heroku to PythonAnywhere. So these are the configuration that I done with Heroku, but now we are on PythonAnywhere. So I'm going to remove this one, and these are okay. I want to also remove this local address also. So after scrolling down, these are the setting for my by default database SQLite 3, but we are not going to use this SQLite database. We are going to use our custom MySQL, but these settings for our Postgres, but we are also not going to use this on our Postgres. We will use SQLite 3 database for this, MySQL database for this. So we will add database later. After that, you see this is our AWS bucket configuration, but now we don't need this, so I'm simply going to remove these configurations. And here you can see here I need to add emails, like I comment these variable where I am getting values from my env file, but for now I pass static values directly. But now I am going to remove it, and also going to remove these two, because I want to get values from env file. So I am going to uncomment these variable. Now I will create a variable in my env file by the name of default email for getting email, and by the name of email host password for getting my app password. So these are my configurations for env file. So first thing we need to do is, first of all, we need to save it. So when I after saving my settings.py, I am going to open a notepad file. This is our notepad. So first of all, the variable I need is my default email, so I'm just keeping it here. After that we need email host password, so I'm keeping it here as well. And after that last thing we need is our secret key. After this setting we will also set up our MySQL database with this env file, but we will do it later. So after saving the settings.py, I need to again go into my main project. So this is our main project. Here you can see I have this settings.py, but I want to go on my root directory. So this is our root directory where many.py files exist. Now we have to create a .env file. So for creating .env file, in here I am going to type .env. This will be my file name, and hit new empty file. So it will be create a .env file for me. So after the file is created, I am going to copy these variable which we created and paste them here. So first of all, here I will pass my default email. After that I will pass my host password, and after that I will pass my secret key. So obviously I am going to blur my official secret key, email and email host password. So but now I am going to add. So first of all, I am going to add my secret key, which will be like this. And okay, so this will be my Gmail. And now we need to add our app password. So this will be my app password, this one. Now hit save. After saving this file, directly our .env file will be not work. So for making this file work, we need to do some configuration in our WSGI file. So after that again I need to go on my web. So after coming here, you need to open your WSGI file. So this is our WSGI file, and here we need to pass our .env file location. So it will be detect our .env file, and then our environment variables will start working. So here first of all we need to import from .env import load underscore .env. So first of all we need to import this, and after the importing is done, we need to add our environment path. So for adding our env path, here I am going to add something like env underscore path equal to, here I need to add my env path. So for adding my env path, I will use os.path.join. So in join, first of all I will give this local path. So this will be my local path here, and after that in my local path my .env file exists in this directory. So here I will directly pass .env. So this will be our .env file path. After that we need to load our .env file. So for loading I am just going to import this load.env and pass this variable here. This will be our env path. So after doing this configuration, our env file will be start working. Now I am hitting save button, and after hitting save I need to reload this website. So for reloading this website, I need to go on my web. After here coming on this web page, I need to click on this reload button, and when I hit reload, it will be reload our website. And after the reloading is complete, I hope our env file will be start working. So reloading is done. Now if I come on my website, like if I hit open link in new tab, if our website is working fine, it's mean our env files are also working accurately. So you can see everything is okay, nothing happened. So it's mean our env file is working fine. If I type something like this, so you can see it is giving us like this page. It's mean our env files are also working now. So after that we need to do some more changes, and these changes are we need to add a database. For adding database, hit this on database button. After coming here, we need to create a new database. So here I need to add my database password. So this will be my database password. After adding this password, simply hit on this button, initialize MySQL. So it will be initialize my database. So just wait and watch until my database will be created. Alright, as you can see, our database is created, and this is our host address, and this is my username, and this is my database name. So now we need to configure this database, and after that now we need to customize our database. So you can simply Google it for the SQL database configuration in Django, like SQL DB config in Django. So you can simply Google about this. It will be show you it will be show you the settings and logic, so you can configure database here. So just wait and watch, but I don't need to Google this because I already write this. So I am going to add this into our settings.py. So first of all, I am going to open my settings.py. Here in ecom we have a settings.py, and in settings.py we need to add database. So I am just going to copy and paste for my database. So here I copied, and if scroll down, this is our database which will be working on SQLite 3, but I am going to remove this SQLite 3, and instead of this I am going to add my database which will be MySQL. So our engine will be django.db.backend.mysql, and our name will be os.getenv. Like I am using this getenv methods for getting our environments. So this is our database configuration. So its configuration is done. Now we need to create these variables in our env file and pass their values here. So I'm just going to save this first of all, and after saving this I'm going to my .env file. So after redirecting me on my .env file which is here, I'm going to add these variables data here. So first of all will be our db name. So I'm just going to copy it, paste it here. So there will be our db name. After that we need to add our db user. So this will be for our database user. After that we need to add our database password. So this will be for our database password. After that we need our database host. So this will be our database host. And after that we need a database port. So this will be for our database port. So here is this database configuration which we need to add values in it. So now I am going to add my .env values in it, but again I am declaring I will hide all of these. So first of all what we need is our database name. So just go on this database page, and here you can see this is name. So you can just copy your database name which is shown here. Just copy it and paste it here. After that we need our database user. So here you can see this is any username. We have this our database user. So you can simply copy this and paste it here. So it will be our database user which you can get from this username. After that we need our database password. So while creating this database, you have set a password. So the password you set, we need to pass it here. So I'm just going to copy it and paste it here. It will be my database password. After that, we need to add our host. So our database, this is our database host address. We need to copy it and paste it here. This will be my database host address, which you can see this is database host address. After that, we need to add a port. So the database port will be by default, which is 3306. 3306. So this will be our database. So now our R configuration is done. Now I'm just going to hit on click the save button, and after the save button, our R configurations are done. Now we need to check our terminal and need to make migrations and migrate data in database. We need to do this type of steps. So first of all, I'm going to make migration, python many.py make migration, and after making migration, we need to add we need to migrate all the models in our database. So I'm going to use python many.py migrate. So after hitting this migrate command, it will migrate everything, but it is showing access denied, etc and etc. So let's test how we can fix this. Actually the problem is that the password I am using is not acceptable by this password, because I am using some curly brackets and then $sign. That's why it's giving error. So I am going to change my DB password. So for changing the DB password here, first of all I need to set my new MySQL password. So my new SQL password will be, so this is my new password. I set up this, so I'm just going to paste this my new password here, and after I am just going to hit my set my SQL password. So my SQL password is set, my password has been changed, and now in my env file I am going to replace this DB password with my new password, and after hitting save my password is changed. After that, first of all I will load. For loading I am just going to hit on this web tab. So my web tab will be open. After opening, simply click on this reload button. After the reloading is complete, I need to configure again, need to do migration. So first of all I am going to clear my terminal, and after that I am going to use python many.py make migrations, but I know make migration is already done, so we don't need to make migration. So now I am just using python many.py migrate. So it will be migrate all our tables into our database. So it's working now fine, and our database our models are migrating in our database. The first the problem was only because I used $sign and curly brackets at the same time in my password. That's why it gave error. But now I change my password with some plain text and using some special symbols and signs. So now you can see our migration is done. Now I am going to create a new super user. So here I am going to create a super user, but obviously I will hide my super user name and password and email, because I don't want to show this I don't want to share this with you. So just that's why I'm going to create a new admin. This will be my username of my admin, and after this will be my first name. After that this will be my second name. Now we need to set up our admin password, admin, and after that we need to set up our admin. Yes, okay, so you can see our admin is created. After the admin created, just come here again and just hit on this reload button again, and when I click on this reload button, first it will be reload my website, and after the reloading is complete, our website will be start working with our custom domain, with our custom env file, and with our custom MySQL database. So just wait and watch. Let's see is will it work or not. So it's just reloading. Wait until the reloading is complete. Alright, so reloading is complete. Now if I come on my website and hit the reload button, let's see will it work and not. And you can see our database is working, because our products are deleted now, and the by default product we are displaying on our website is stop showing. So it's mean our configurations are done. So